Another big one that is becoming more and more common is Facebook are keeping more of an eye and are keeping more of an analysis on the actual landing page that people go through to. So obviously they look at your ad and the image or the video and the text that you put on your advertisements, and you need to wait for that to be approved. But now Facebook are actually getting better at looking at the content on the landing page of where you're sending the actual user to. There's a few reasons for that. The user experience is a big one. Facebook wanting to put valuable links in there, so people know that the information that they're getting, or Facebook knows that the information that people are clicking on and going through to actually check out more about is relevant to them as well. The other reason is to also negate the amount of spam on Facebook and fake news as well. So it's a political move as well. But it's really important that not only when you're setting up your ads, that you need to also think about where you're actually directing them to. And the main thing is that they just need to be a correlation between the two. And that's both from a creative point of view, but also a tactical and a policy point of view as well. That if people are clicking off a certain ad that has a certain color scheme, a certain style, language, and they go through to a website that's completely irrelevant, generally they're going to bounce back. And Facebook actually know when they bounce back directly from that potentially that page isn't relevant to them as well. There is also some specific things that they don't like, things like pop-ups, also a poor mobile experience. So everything's based around the mobile now. So you need to make sure that your site is mobile friendly, that it loads reasonably quickly as well. If it takes time to load, then people aren't going to wait around, so they're going to bounce back. So if they see that high bounce rate, then they know that potentially that's a poor quality website. You also need to make sure that the functionality of the site, like opt-in forms and sign-up pages, are pretty easy to use. And I know it sounds really boring, but the Facebook policy is actually a really good area just to get your head around what you can and can't advertise, not only on Facebook as in putting the actual advertisement, but where else you can actually send people as well. So the policies sound like they're really boring, or the policy area sounds like it would be really boring, but Facebook's are actually quite, they're quite easy to read, and they tell you pretty much upfront what you can and can't do, and they give examples of what you can and can't do. So I recommend just checking out the policy section as well. Again, I'll put the links to these in the comments below.